Home over there, London, England. Away over here, Southeast United States of America. When you travel, nothing rubs in your sense of separation from the mother country more than dodgy, unfamiliar gastronomy.
Grits? I absolutely love them.
Grits are great.
I love grits.
Usually every restaurant here will serve grits with breakfast.
Y'all want grits and toast? Yeah.
Grits. Do you like grits?
Yeah.
Grits? Grits? What's grits?
This is grits. What are they? They're ground up maize. And people have them for breakfast with lots of things. And we're going to make some. It's 4 parts water to 1 part grit. We have the water. So you take your water in your kettle with no handle. Ow, ow, ow. And you kind of guess how many parts. Too many cooks, mate. You've steamed up. And then you just mix for about 3 to 4 minutes. Nothing like this in the morning, eh? Here goes my lemon-flavoured pepper. Right. Yeah. Pretty disgusting. My grits, my grits. Here's my grits. I'll tell you what, though, they burn to the bottom of the saucepan. Never do that at home. In fact, I always get a Teflon one. We've just got regulation saucepans here and they haven't got nice, nice bottoms to them. Not bad. They warm you up on a cold day like this. They've got a bit of a sludgy texture to them and they're slightly bland. You're supposed to add things to taste. And we can taste lemon pepper here and nothing else. I think I put too much in. Wow, the size of the thing. That's the North American continent, 3,000 miles coast to coast. We can't attempt to do all of it, of course we can't. We're going to miss out loads of it, but this is our very strange and eclectic route. We flew into Newark, New Jersey, because it's cheaper than New York, where we missed out the whole of New England. Yes, the whole of New England, because it's just like home. Drove all the way down the eastern seaboard to stop in South Carolina and have a look at the coast. Today, Georgia on my mind, rainy night in Georgia, midnight train to Georgia. Tomorrow, Tennessee, and a quite ludicrous route down through Mississippi to Cajun, Louisiana. From there, it's a sharp left or right, depending how you look at it, into Texas, straight on through New Mexico, a wiggle up to Colorado because it sounds nice, down to Arizona, from where we'll lose what remains of our cash in Vegas to limp forlornly into California. Planning an odd incontinental route one day by poring over a few standard high street travel books and a couple of warm, smelly English beers, we came across some odd ones. Like this! The Cockroach Hall of Fame, a book full of strange museums, and I want to go to lots of strange museums because as a kid I went to lots of boring ones. None of that anymore. Is he going to go all over me? Shouldn't do. Oh, no. There it goes. That's the water. Oh, boy. That's all yours, Charlie. It's all those grits.
Welcome to Georgia.
6 days, I've been a slave. I need a break, a beer. I'm getting out of here, thank God. This week is finally through. My buddy's got a head start. I know right where they are. Gotta get them moving. Got some catching up to do. I got a 40-hour weekend. Ain't no time for sleeping.
Fridge, aircon we couldn't work, microwave, wheels. So this was roughing it.
When the whistle finally blows, I'll be hanging out at Joe's. The Monday morning rolls around. Got a 40-hour weekend and I'm making every minute count.
Okay, guys, what does cheese popcorn taste like?
Oh, well, it's bright yellow. Doesn't look good for you.
Oh. Oh. No. Drive.
Play hard working man, I got a 40-hour weekend. Ain't no time for sleep.
It's still foul.
Just a 40-hour weekend. Going off the deep end.
Because of its hugeness, a lot of Americans put in a lot of drive time getting around the country. Apart from unlimited free coffee refills, nothing like 10 cups of coffee in the morning to get you going. There's only one thing that can keep drivers from nodding off at the wheel and bending a fender.
When was the last time you visited the Butler Chevrolet Olds Geo Service Department?
I'm taking our vacation pictures to Kmart for developing, remember?
We sell a sofa, love seat, and chair with brass lamps and tables.
Down open highways trimmed with a strange Japanese imported climbing vine kudzu, which has incidentally gone berserk down south and wiped out acre upon acre of forest, to ugly, sprawling, spontaneously built towns with no centres, full of car repair shops, car sales rooms, and more car repair shops. And all the while, that radio hypnotises, mesmerises, advertises, eats everything in its path, then sucks you in.
The South. The New South 106 playing today's fresh new country and great country classics. 144 now, the Southland. Sunshine in uptown, Columbus, Georgia right now.
Is that really your voice?
Yeah.
Well, because it's different.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that then?
I don't know. I think all these jockeys are like that. When they get on the air, it's just, it starts to do this, you know.
And that accent you do very well. How do you think that helps? Do people think that...
I don't know. I just think, you know, back in the 40s, the 50s, you know, when radio, you know, came around and was established, all the announcers would hold their finger in their ear where they could hear themselves speak, and they would try to dictate better, and the pronunciation had to be so precise and everything. And I think it just evolved over the years. To tell you the truth, women like to hear men with a deep, sexy voice. Do they? The New South 106 playing Joe Diffie. We just try to pull the biggest ratings that we can, so we all talk like this. I don't know. It's weird. Radio is weird. You hear the announcer that talks over without stumbling, without stopping, without pausing. You get used to that, and it is a flow. But the day that you hear a song skips, or you hear an announcer stumble or flutter in his voice, that catches your.
But isn't that just human?
Well, it is human, but we're here not to be human. You know, we're here just to keep it. I don't know. Radio is so weird in America that they want what they want and they want it now. If it's music, they want music then. And as far as listening to the radio, they listen primarily to hear music. Second, they listen for information, for news. And third, they want to win cash.
They what?
They want to win money. And that's what we do here at this radio. We give away money on the air. Free cash.
My favorite food is fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and green peas. And maybe salad on the side and a cold, tall glass of iced tea. See, down here in the South, we drink iced tea. It's not just tea, but it's iced tea. And we don't take no tea break neither at 4 o'clock. It's iced tea, and we drink it all day long. We go to the bathroom a lot.
Adverts. There were too many, surely.
Sure, but that's money. I've got some great hits on the way for you.
As we were fast realising, nothing was ever that rational in the States. Fairly run-of-the-mill radio station downstairs, museum full of lunchboxes and junk upstairs. What else? Brainchild of hoarder Alan Woodall.
He bought South 106 about 10 or 11 years ago, and then about 8 years ago, he got interested in lunchboxes. He just started going to flea markets and yard sales. So we just started building a museum up here above the radio station.
The kids still take lunchboxes with pictures on them?
Yes, they do, but I think back in 1985 was the last metal lunchbox they made. And now they still take lunchboxes to school, but they're made of plastic.
And why is that?
Because some young kids down in Florida, it seems like, got in an argument, and they one of them hit the other one over the head with a metal lunchbox, and so that eliminated that problem. So now they just make plastic for safety reasons.
And the nostalgia. Just about every naff American TV show you used to watch as a kid has been turned into something you could eat out of. And what was pocket money then ain't now. Witness the owner's fave box.
This is the Star Trek Dome lunchbox. Yes, it is.
Metal?
Metal, yes, it sure is.
Got Captain James T. Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
So how much is this worth?
This is worth about $1,500.
$1,500?
Mm-hmm.
Must have had some pretty good sandwiches in it.
It sure did.
Are you sure he's not just a big kid?
He's an elderly kid if he is.
Piling through small-town rural Georgia, studiously avoiding scary big anti-motorhome Atlanta, the cosy old 18th century cotton town of Savannah may just force you to swerve off course like it did us. Us and them rough sort.
You're a woman, you can't have a Harley.
Yes, I can.
Who said?
I did.
But they're typical macho things, aren't they?
No.
Aren't they?
No.
Well, my image is of people with beards, and you haven't got a beard.
No. It's just to be cool, and I'm cool. I'm really cool.
Are there a lot of you around here? Like women Harley?
Yeah.
You know?
There's quite a few women in the group that ride.
Are you a member of a group?
Yeah, Hog Group, the Harley's owner group.
Harley's Owners Group, right.
Right.
It's not a Hells Angels chapter or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you know, I mean, we hear things. And is it fun to drive?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Do you mind if I take a spin on it?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Nothing like a few old buildings to attract a sizable European expat community too.
You're a Geordie and you're living in America. What's it like?
I tell you, it's great, man. The weather's great, the people are great.
Definitely don't miss the weather, that's for sure.
In my profession, I'm a physiotherapist. I can't make the same money in England and here in America. I've got a boat, I've got a nice house, and it's just great, man. You can't beat it.
Do people understand your accent? You're a Geordie?
No, they always say, pardon, sorry, pardon. And I repeat them once or twice. But, well, when I was in London, they said the same thing.
Beliefs versus financial concerns. This was small-town Georgia, microcosm of big-town USA. PMT, pre-millennial tension, was palpable.
Can I ask you why you're not at church? Because it's Sunday.
Gotta work. Can't go to church and work.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
11. 11 steps to heaven, or the Garden of Eden anyway, and without even realising it, you've probably met the chief landscape gardener's handiwork already.
I teach folk art. Professionals don't know nothing about folk art.
The world, according to a guy called Finster, who lives in a state called Georgia, in a country called America, is one where literal translation of the New Testament is absolutely paramount. Nothing special there. This is the Bible Belt after all. But this octogenarian doesn't just proselytise verbally, he does it through his special form of groovy, folky art.
The album cover has all kinds of my art on it. I done one for the Talking Heads, and I put verses like the Bible speaks of on it. And I figured if they'd use that, God would bless them. And that thing brought $1 million to them the first year, and it's still selling, and they're using all kinds of little things off of it on all kinds of souvenirs.
Is it true to say you just can't stop painting?
38,928, I believe, is where I'm at right now. And every one of them's got some kind of a message on it. See, I preach with messages, I preach with my art, and I preach personally to people when they come there. I'm there on Sunday evening from 2 o'clock till 6.
And man of visions, Howard Finster, knows that words fly up, thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go. So he plants them in his bizarre 4-acre garden of DIY installation art and reaps salvation.
Come on back, live with me. Come on back, let me see. Come on back, stay with me. Make a little house what it ought to be. Make a little house what it ought to be.
People from all around, come here, and it blows my mind that it's so, worldwide known,
That was a swamp down there.
Right.
Like I said, I used to hunt rabbits down there. And really, we'd go down there and watch him, and he'd dig a hole and fill it up, dig a hole and fill it up.
Right.
We don't know why he done it.
God's had a pretty rough time with me trying to get me to see things. I'm more dumbbell-like, See, God showed me. And after I began to see why he wanted me to put the Bible verses in the garden, then I began to wake up. That way, I got the Bible going all across the country.
When he finished being a bicycle repairman for everybody, he took all the parts that were left and made a